Now what? Apparently we've completed the tape, but no other tape. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you lost.
No,
Oh.
you get shot out.
Oh,
there's a dimension over here.
I'm now in dimension 2. I'm back.
Oh, came back. Okay.
I thought I was about to get murdered.
Moided.
Oh, what the fuck is that? What is that shit, dude?
What is that thing with the 2 butts? Uh-oh.
Where?
I killed it. How you doing? I thought I saw a face, and I went back to go look, and you timed that perfectly. That was sheer terror that you... Actually, all the lights...
Jesus fucking Christ. That's the end of that. See you guys later.
That's the jump scare I was waiting for. Starship Vector is my fucking jam. I'm gonna go use the men's bathroom first. Door's stuck. Stuck? Oh. You okay? Is it too much to ask for a bit of privacy? Tell.
I have a crush on every boy.
Say the fucking link. Copy. Search. That sounded a lot like bushes. I got him! Fuck you, Tanner. Bitch, I've never done that before properly. Every time that happens, I die. Oh, I'm so fucking happy right now. Where the fuck did that just go? Oh! Holy fuck, that... Fuck's messing with my... Who's that peeking in my window? I see, I don't know which noises are cues or not. Shh. I walked right the fuck into that. Correct. Alright, we got our 3 in time, so that's good. There's 3 left that we can do before Betty Bye time. Oof. Jesus Christ, dude. Just when I thought I was doing good. Fuck. Here. Oh, this is the roof. Okay. Oh! Jesus. Okay, that legitimately frightened me. Excuse me. Both of them. Has to be. I did a wizard last time, didn't work.
Do you want to stick with this choice?
What are you saying I shouldn't?
Right. You're good at storytelling.
Thanks.
Let's see what this quest is.
Wait!
Hold it
They've
off!
helped me before.
I forgot about
Give
that.
them a chance to try, please.
Oh, you know what? It's because I need to change this. Oh, that's not the right one. Here, der. Oh, God.
Changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Oh. Yeah, Alan. Yeah, brother. Cool. The guy must know his stuff, but don't all pools have chlorine in them? Not to be bad, possibly even deadly for the fish, right? While it may be a cool party decoration for your backyard, I feel weird not reporting this. The last thing we need to hear is one of our child falling into the pool and getting, oh god. Go to the cameras. I didn't like that. Oh! Fuck's messing with my window. Who's that peeking in my window? I see. I don't know which noises are cues or not. Shh. I walked right the fuck into that. Business time, Flight of the Conchords. Did this that way, so let's go across the other way. Oh my god! Oh, I fucking earned that one. I told myself I wasn't gonna run through the middle of it ever again, and I lied to myself and let myself down. Spirit box. So, fucking move out of the way. You. Ow.
How are you? Thought I'd appreciate that.
Oh
That's
my
the best
god.
things never asked.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh.
I just dawned on me I did that.
So what happened?
The system's been typing to me in my name in my chat.
Oh.
That's it. Okay. That's funny.
And it was like, boo.
Yeah. Let's speak with the player. Yes, no. Like I
So
saw the prompts earlier. I'm like, what is going on?
Wait, what room?
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said it's supposed to be. Oh my god.
Oh, is it the door? Is it the number on the door?
It must be. I
Oh,
just
let
walked
me
it
see.
too. Oh god.
So
All right, so let's do that. God.
I didn't see that there either.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a beer in the back of my fridge. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Oh. Everything's on like the top shelf for whatever reason in my mini fridge here. And it's starting to become problematic. I could also just, take the cans off of the holders. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great week so far. It is Thursday, pre-Friday this Tonight we're going to be playing a game that I got a key for through WooVit. This game is, excuse me, it is extremely well known, especially in the horror aficionados. So it's called Slay the Princess. Specifically, we're playing the Pristine cut. I guess it was they added some more content to it, and we're like, this is the final version. Like, we're only fixing bugs as they happen. So it comes from Black Tabby Games. I've never heard of them outside of this particular game, but I guess they make other visual novels as well. If you'd like to know, as scary as those content warnings are, and I'm not downplaying them at all. So please, if you've if those topics are something that makes you uneasy in any way, shape, or form, please do take care of yourself. You do not have to continue watching this. It's completely okay. I can't believe I'm actually playing it, to be honest. Having said that, apparently people that have played it do enjoy it. In the last 30 days, there's been over 2,000 reviews, and it's sitting at 96% for overwhelmingly positive. All reviews dating back to its release on October 23rd, 2023, so about 13 months ago. It's out of the 16,416 reviews, 97% of them are positive, for a rating of overwhelmingly positive. So I have a feeling this game really cuts into the emotional part, and just kind of like how Doki Doki Literature Club was. And I think it's going to be kind of similar in terms of like the shock there and the gruesomeness. So yeah, if you want to stick around and hang out and watch this, you're more than welcome to. And otherwise, if you need to take off, you go on and do it. It's completely okay. We'll be back on Sunday. We'll be back to Silent Hill 2 and, you know, silly shit. In my opinion, it's less shocking than DDLC. Really? Okay. Good take. I'm assuming you've played this, Riz, or at least you've watched it. One or the other. Or both. And before we start, Shuffle was kind enough to renew their fantastic subscription, 14 months. So we're gonna spin the wheel. Seen it played? Ah, okay. Then you know a lot more about it than I do, of course. Where's my spin button? There it is. Okay. Come on, it's nice and relaxing. Emma Ruth Rundle. We're going to be in a good mood tonight. We're going to do our best to get through this. Thank you. Oh, wait. I don't have any toxic candy. That's right. We got rid of it. I haven't had a chance to get the fucking super sour beer yet. Uh-oh. I'm trying to think of what I could do in place of it, or do we just do a redo? Maybe we just do a redo. I think that probably makes more sense. But I do need to replace that. Redo? Yeah, okay. I'll take it, because that came close to Reaper, and I'd rather not. By the way, Emma Ruth Rundle's an amazing fucking singer-songwriter. If you've never peeped her material before, this album is probably might be my favorite. If not, then Marked for Death is the other really good one. Like, I mean, all of her work's been really good, but those two albums, front to back, are untouchable. She's also done, if you're into like sludgy doom metal, she did a collab with the group known as Thou. I think I've played some of their stuff on here before. That particular album too. It was one of my favorite for that. Okay, so we have the ginger habanero, Burke's hot sauce. This one, as you can see here, it's definitely on the hotter side, but it's not the hottest, so that's good. It's hot. I know this one. So in there is distilled vinegar, orange habanero pepper, orange bell pepper, red onion, ginger, garlic, and sea salt. Whew. Okay. And ginger habanero from Burke's. Cheers, everybody. Oh my god. The ginger hits you so fucking hard at first, and then immediately just turns to pain from the habanero. Eh. There's like a little piece of pulp, if you will. It was stuck to my tongue and I wasn't about to touch it. Oh, well, thank you, Shuffle. Oh. Yeah, so we're going to be having another one of the Red Dreams Come True. Sour Ale with Pineapple Dole Whip. Into the last 4-pack of these. Until next year. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Fuck yeah. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna try to continue moving forward here. So yeah, I did mention the last 2 streams we have this week. Let's do a quick checkup on the polls. I may actually combine them as well, but I do kind of like the ordering of the different polls, so I know like what's older. I still owe shit from St. Jude's. I know. It's the VR games. We'll do one soon, I promise. I'm just not looking forward to either of them. But yeah, I have excuse me, a poll. This got a lot harder than I thought it was gonna get. Oh, I put up a new poll in Discord. If you haven't joined Discord, please do. It's a great place to come hang. This Treebeard voted for Saturday for Jackbox. Aren't remembering full gears this weekend. Oh my god. And of course, Saturday's the favorite day too. God damn it. They will move it to the Saturday after. Fuck. Yeah, because it's considerable leader. Every single reaction has a 1 because I put all the reactions in. So it's like a no vote. But just imagine everything has at least 1 vote. Saturday has 6 votes. Excuse me. Friday has 3. Wednesday and Thursday both have 2. So yeah, Saturday would seem to be the go-ahead winner here. So I may have to redo this poll entirely. Tree, I didn't even think of that. So thank you for coming in and saying something, because that would have been rough. So yeah, that was the last bit of news that I had, which is the Jackbox party game. Looks like we're probably gonna be moving it. Polish. Hey, bruv. How you doing, bud? How was your evening? I hope it was good. How you doing? I'm good. Good. Chilling. I'm a little bummed over my fucking frozen soul grinder is just absolutely broken. Cannot open up any of the chambers except for the top where you put the flour in. It's like, word, bruh. Yeah. So I've been kind of roughing it and just picking small pieces off. First world problems. All right. This is still kind of puncturing my lips here, but I think we're going to start the game. You know those Stanley Cups? Like the Stanley Cup? Ooh. No. Like the one the Bruins ate winning this year? Oh, wah, wah. Bitches love them cups. Guess so. Anyways. I'm already fucking sad listening to this. I got the lid stuck on my wife Stanley and she's pissed at me. Oh! Oh! Those cups. Yes, yes, I know all about them. Fuck the Bruins. Yes, be mad. The Bruins are the bad guys in the league. I love that. I want that. The Bruins need to be heels. I got the lid stuck on my wife Stanley and she's... Yeah, I can see... Yeah, those are pretty expensive. Fortunately, Amanda hasn't gotten into them. She's all about the... Like, she has a couple of Yetis, and then she has these other ones that she's got, like... There's this big, like, water jug with, like, a big fucking handle on it, and, like, a straw that you lift up, and it's, like, attached underneath. It's huge. It takes, like, 2 minutes to fill that thing with water. Like, from my fridge, that is. I have one of those water and ice cube dispensers. It's like, 2 minutes? I can just turn the faucet on all the way for 2 minutes? What? Gonna make a cup for dudes that's big. The stand. Oh, no. Alright. So here we are. Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Fucking $1 million idea. A gallon jug with a straw in it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. I was like, what did she do to me that I need to kill her? This sounds like the M. Night Shyamalan movie a little bit. Oh. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Yeah, survival, I guess. Thanks for talking. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la Rue Felucia. Oh my god. Sadly, continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. Excuse me. I mean...
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin. I'll slay the princess. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. God. See ya.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
Yeah, I'm still walking. See ya.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Correct.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
What?
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, that's pretty funny. At least they're keeping it light to start here. Okay, I'm going to the cabin. She should turn around again and leave again. You know what? Fine.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Wow. This guy doesn't even know me.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? Cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I would have to agree. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
It won't now.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
I love how aggressive they make this. Like, okay, like, you need to go in here?
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Correct.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement
sure this is chapter 2?
Is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think terrible says deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Already happened? Okay, no. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard. You're in it for now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay. Heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin.
A warning before you
go okay. The fucking walls.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Of course.
Don't believe a word she says.
There's so many routes to take. You could spend a couple streams on this, at least going through them all. That's wild.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Alright.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
What the fuck?
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. its
Correct.
material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ah, they said pristine.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just
You broke
leave
reality,
it to
you
collect dust.
obstinate
Or better
fuck.
yet, grab it and throw it out the window. Couldn't send a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway. No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing
Excuse
with.
me. Voice of the hero seems to have all the good sentences to say.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly
Princess of
simple
what?
and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, and when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
The stressful geometry.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine.
Stressful geometry is how I define my sexuality. Fair enough.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. This is something interesting.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Yes. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Who am I?
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Okay, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I mean, choke her out, I guess. I mean, she's fucking down here in a basement, chained up.
Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. So how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window? Oof. Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks
What
open,
in the fuck?
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Voice the contrarian, being a dog. Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center staircase, take the soft stairs to the right. I mean, I guess you go down the center, right?
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides.
Jesus.
You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
What?
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Oh.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? Well, I know you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. Why does that sound like an Acacia Strain lyric? Let's do
I
it.
don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Okay.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up and I'm pretty
One of us
sure
tells
you're
only
familiar
truth
with
and
all
the
rest
other
of it.
only lies.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Oh. Oh my god. There's more of you now. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, but if I let you get out of here, what are you gonna do? Getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. I'll leave her in the basement. Slay the princess. I mean, it is the name of the game. Wait, why is it all of them at the same time?
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
What the fuck?
All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
Yeah, because of the bullshit way we started the game.
Surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
That's nothing you guys supposed to fix now. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. You don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else. The fucking mirror!
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. They were supposed to look at the mirror. Just approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Oh, I'm doing this. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that.
So you just want to live here in... Nothing land? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. That's what I look like. Yeah. I'm gross. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Despite everything, it's still you. Yeah. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of fragile vessel. It's the end of the world. Let her out of there. You know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity or destroy your body.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Sorry, you. This is the end of the world. Let her out of there. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just attack it. Bullet cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
You know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Are you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? What is I don't like... And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was going to slay the princess, stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I said the final. Yeah, this is important.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
But am I gonna get neuralized if I hit go? And more pieces.
More than you have found.
Okay.
But less than there are to find.
Thanks.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
Not going back. Yeah, let's go.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
That is so fucking funny. You won't bash. Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
And
And at the end of that path,
the real
is a
Slay the
cabin.
Princess starts here.
And in the basement of that cabin,
So it gets
is a
this ending a few different
princess.
ways, and then something happens when you get there enough. Interesting.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So you've previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard, or... Oh, that's okay on your controller. I don't have a controller. It's okay. It's tab. However, if you go the same path or if you have to go a different path, that's part of the fun is finding out. Yeah, this is just the horror version of the Stanley Parable. I think you're right. Yeah, I liked this response earlier.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Pretty accurate.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Fine. Just silently continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
Very
bare.
much different.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult last time. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open.
That's a much different
revealing
staircase.
a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
You use that line again?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi! Checking in on you. You think I'm here to kill you? Yeah, just continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward. Okay.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
It's a valid point.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
But I want to know.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? You sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh no, I was bluffing.
You feel flesh
Oh,
easily give way
Jesus.
and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Uh-oh.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I mean, it's supposed to be. Of course, she's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
Why?
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Yeah, because if you think about it, if she's playing dead, then the world's gonna end. So we need to make sure she's actually dead and that the job's done.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Moves the blade, checks for pulse. You're right, she's dead. Let's just get out of here. Check for pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that?
Fuck.
You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Oh boy.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
It's gonna proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will He couldn't be more on the man. We know what to look out for this time. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
That sounded different if we remembered. Shit. Oops.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards. There's
but it's
splintered
not
edges
it's not
as uninviting
fractured.
as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror. I need to
Walk
know.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
Oh, again.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll... You reach forward and rub your hand. But there was a mirror. Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place. You take the blade from the table. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Voice of the cheated.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Loves that line.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
You should let bygones be bygones. You better not try anything. Screw it, slay the princess. Nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. but I'm nervous.
Uh,
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
if I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Your hands are behind your back.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Jesus.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she
Okay,
pulls her
that's
hands
better.
from behind her back.
Could be in, like, I don't know, a fold in the fabric or some shit.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Practically? What if you're just hiding it somewhere secret? If I come close, you know what? Let's just go for it.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
Yeah, make her show her hands so we can let her go. I believe her.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers at first, then yours. How? What is
his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Jesus.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
That was awful.
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
How did she hide a fucking sword?
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
What the fuck?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, the arms race. Yeah, it's fucking funny.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Thank you, voice of the cheated.
Your what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
Voice of the hunted.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning. Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it.
Uh,
Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
mm-hmm.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are,
It's
right?
the mirror.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body
Ow.
tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Oh my god. Huh.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Holy fuck.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're gonna fight her again and we're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're gonna appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. No reason we can't talk this out. We're gonna unconditionally surrender. I mean, she's just gonna kill us at this point, right? I'll try this one, I guess. Just for laughs.
She isn't one to talk, and we shouldn't be either.
I agree. Talking is boring. We should just get back to fighting her. That's not helpful. We already tried that one, didn't we?
You were the one who asked for ideas.
Fine. Talk our way out of this. Maybe that's the answer.
You know, I'm a big fan of winners, and you've got winner written all over you. But we stop fighting and team up. I'll even let you be in charge. Look, both of us are stuck here against our will. What if we join forces? No one ever told you how good you are at stabbing things? What if we join forces?
Oh, for the love of... The princess stops for a moment, mulling over your deranged proposition.
Nah, not interested. And don't take it the wrong way. I think you're neat, but I'm having way too much fun to stop.
Great.
We should coil ourselves. She's about to pounce. Just get ready to fight back. Before you can finish another thought, the princess closes the distance and dodge now. Fails to hit you. Haha, yes.
Oh, you're a fast one. That's fun. But I think I can get even faster.
Now, hit her back. You dodge and parry and strike and are struck, her nicking your flesh and you nicking her skin to reveal shining metal below. But eventually you slip up. You lose the pattern, just for a moment. A blade flashes through the air, and she skewers you.
Oh.
Ow. Wow, she is absolutely uncompromising, isn't she? I know it seems weird, but if anything, this makes me want her to like us even more. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Why is Nox in this game?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really,
I have some kinks that I want to like share with you so we can like do these things. I'm okay, and they're like, I have a foot.
Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
No shit.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. Flawless idea, if you ask me. Such a go-getter attitude.
Come on, show me something new.
We're gonna fight her again, and we're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. Can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're gonna unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. She has swords for arms. We don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Think of something better. Let's do that. Doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Mary blurs as your conscience leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
Oh, God.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 4, Mutually Assured Destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. and our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Jesus Christ.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now. Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then. Here we go. Now. The princess's skin twists, splitting into red gleams of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
This is an anime. Yes.
Are you ready for what comes next?
She's so hot. She's very sharp, too.
Holy shit. She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes, behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
The contrarian.
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. All right, what just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Well, hello there, princess.
Jesus Christ, Tree. You don't act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. Princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. It's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. deeper you fall into your play, the faster your heart's pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. Now see building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Yeah, you're not going to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. Do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. I have? Wow, great. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
We somehow got back here, Riz.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? It's all done. Do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? I go back. It's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? You want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. Jesus.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Yo, Max, what's up, my dude? Welcome in. Give me a single straight answer.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
That's fair. I'm good. Enough with all this pretension. You're not actually saying anything.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Evening, I hope you are enjoying this game. This is one of my new favorite games. I've been laughing a lot of it so far. It's like I've had some real good laughs. Bring the razor full to her. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yeah,
and at the end of that path,
it's great.
is a cabin.
Yeah.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, thanks. Tell me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find a warning. She will lie. She will We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't...
All the same shit there.
The interior of the blade is your...
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the...
into the basement.
The door to the basement...
Down the stairs. That worked fine before, I guess.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. You should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? You know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
What do you have to say about you ending the world?
Don't just tell her that.
Just did.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping their information secret for me. But if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Yeah.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
A relationship? You coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
It's not a good answer. How did I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh my.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh god. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Getting you out of here, examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement. It's not going to work. Let's try to get her out.
Oh, for the love of...
I love pissing off the narrators so much.
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
You're making a huge mistake.
Am I, though?
No. You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Jesus.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
What the fuck?
Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here. Try the door, return to the bottom of the stairs.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Here's so.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I mean, yeah, it'd be pretty gory cutting her fucking arm off. Let's save her.
Against your better
Oh my
judgment,
god.
You place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's
Well,
like she isn't even bothered by it.
It's like a forearm hand.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
And what are you going to do, narrator?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No.
Wait, This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Holy shit. Wait. Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
No.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
God damn it.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was
I think
worth
you
it.
have to slay the princess. But I wanted to help her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your
My
tricks.
Tricks? What on... Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Proceed to the cabin, turn and leave. Have you tried slaying the princess? Yes, it didn't go well.
Any further. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
He did, but then he didn't listen to the narrator and got killed. The narrator's sus. I mean, so is she.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps
You're
of
sus.
starlight
Sometimes.
attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
There's some kind of kobold or something. Yeah.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
I'm not gonna bother with the mirror.
You take the blade from the table. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Mirror disappeared.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Jeez.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and lock
whoa.
eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Well, she can't lose 2 arms, let alone her head.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Although I guess when she turned into a giant walking set of razors, I guess it really doesn't matter.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Now, where is that supposed to be?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay. Not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. Leave the prince in the basement. Sit with her, Slayer. Yeah. Let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit closer.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around
Oh
your
my
neck,
God.
both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed?
Nope.
I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you. You steel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart. The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge. Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. I don't like this. It was too easy. It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now. You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises? It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone, and especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here.
Sure about that?
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it. With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here. The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
Okay.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
That's bullshit. Let us out of here. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. And I hope we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you.
Oh, God.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
I know. Fuck the narrator. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. What do you suggest then? I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm going to accept my reward now. I know. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to accept my reward now. What do you suggest then?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Jesus. That's an option, I suppose.
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Fuck it.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Chapter 3, The Ray.
You're on a path in the woods.
See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay?
I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions. You came around on that awful fast. Have you just been pretending to forget every time?
I'm afraid not.
Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first. So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage.
That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but her flesh is still softer than our blade. And now she's dead, and I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave.
You already slew her, and you survived.
Well...
Yes.
Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why?
Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward.
Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy.
We were bored.
There were still answers that we needed to find.
It was actually working.
And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything. How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us? The world doesn't stay saved if you die. And if the world isn't saved, then that means she isn't dead.
It's raining. It wasn't raining last time. The time before that, the whole path is different. We talked enough about how different this place is. That wasn't. Yeah.
Yes, things are different, aren't they?
Aren't they?
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time. Her influence? What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse. Oh, come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know? No. Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse.
Jesus Christ. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? Whatever happens next, seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through. Let's go.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright?
I'll try my
what
best.
we do is entirely up to us. And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right? You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world. That's what you say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us. Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world. Why? Because we should. I don't know. It's important. Is it? Yes. I think. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real. Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere else? Maybe we are. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Okay.
As soon as you enter the cabin, you're struck by an overwhelming scent of decay, of mold and death and stagnant water.
What's on there?
The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction, all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive.
Beyond repulsive.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you.
Yeah.
There is a figure faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall. Is that her? It's like she isn't even there. See? We killed her. You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this?
Come on, Craig!
There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Ruh-roh.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too? Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement? You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front. It's so hazy. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. Yeah, we can see it now.
So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things. No way left to go but down. The door to the basement rooms open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation.
Fetid vegetation.
A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters. There she is again. Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Sorry about last time. Are we good? Anyone there? We have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything upstairs for me when I got here. We proceed down the stairs.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain.
Yikes.
This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting.
To mold.
So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do? She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is. Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table. Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Here we are. Why did you close the door? Let me out. Are you trying to kill me? What's wrong with you? I don't want this. I only killed you after you killed me first. We're even now. We don't need to do this again. Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just don't let me drown. This is about last time. I'm sorry. Now you can let me out. Rush for the blade. Rush to the door.
But she doesn't answer your question. All she does is watch you in shadowed silence. Do you hear that trickling sound? The water's rising, isn't it? It is, and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel.
Probably not good.
Bad, I bet. I don't think dying ever feels good. Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
Okay. Rush to the door.
The princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs, but you don't make it past the first few steps. The door bursts open, a powerful wave of water crashing down towards you. You're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall. You come to a moment later, suspended in darkness.
Oh boy.
Disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths. There's no way out. It's so dark and cold, I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing, we'll figure this out. Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way. But you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle. You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather, you see
God.
the body you found floating when you first arrived. Its hand is locked around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. I get it. We shouldn't have killed her. Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past. There's no changing it. There's nothing to fix. And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think like we should have been doing all along. But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Your lungs filled with water, the same your mind filled with blood. In the end, we're not so different.
Jesus. Oh, hey. Well, your lungs don't fill, nor will they ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Gonna be okay, just trust me, we've been here before. You always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
You don't need to comfort them. I don't like that silence.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence is reach forward, but once again, it always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay. You've withered. Oh boy. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Seat to the cabin. We're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Everything you say feels like Rose. Can you give me a single straight answer? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is guarded Sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
You got it. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
God damn it. Ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Jesus. Bring the drowned gray to her. Oh, Jesus fucking
You're
Christ,
on a
heavy.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Thanks, buddy.
is a princess. You're here to slay her.
What's going on, Heavy? How you doing, bud? I'm gonna turn my fan on really quick. It's a little hot in here. Oh. I was thirsty. Heavy, I saw you playing No Man's Sky earlier. Who? Who? Who's that pooping in my toilet? Who? I know what you meant by that, but who's that pooping in my toilet? Who? Ba-bum, ba-bum. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you ever seen that? Maybe. Oh, yeah.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what... The interior
But
of
the
the
blade's
cabin is
back.
almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor
I'm
and
not going to
walls
bring
are
the knife
coated
down.
in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture blade is your... The door to the basement creaks open, her voice...
Hello? Is someone there?
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Save you. I think I'm here to slay you. Here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy
Back
chain
down to just
around
one
her
chain.
wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Shut up, narrator.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Oh.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Been there, done that, narrator.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates.
Oh
before
my
raising her
God.
arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but
I
if
was
there's a
not
time to
expecting
strike,
that.
it's
Yeah.
now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Can only save.
Fine.
Sick. She's hungry like me. Hungry like the wolf. Hell yeah. Heavy, how you doing, bud?
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Pretty good. Setting some things up. Fuck yeah.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She just really wants her freedom.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Like, we've done this before, but she's acting different. Do we do the warn her again? Or is that just insanity at this point? We should just hit slay and just slay her. Try Slayer? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart.
And we missed.
But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
Oh my god.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
Flicking cat. We bring you a raid, totally legit, not a troll. See, look, it has a totally legit seal. What's up, Flicking Cat? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We're in the midst of some pretty heavy visual novel right now. Hey, you're welcome. There'll be a second clip too, because I still can't seem to figure out why it does too. How did stream go? What were you up to? We are... Oh yeah, something about a dead princess. Yeah. Slay the princess. Yeah, it's been real interesting so far. It hasn't been as, like, shocking. But it's definitely had some moments of, oh shit. For instance.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness. Dress stained
Went
in
well,
red,
found a new area
as
and a
her
new
blood and yours
dreamstone.
both
Basically,
seep
dreamstones
into the
prevent
fabric.
dinos from leaving. Oh, awesome.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
Chapter 2, The Witch.
You're on a path, you're here to slay a terrible If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a... Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Here's this whole thing that literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Oh yeah, also found new dinos too. It's kind of funny though. New dinos need small dreamstones, but I just exchanged all my small dreamstones for larger ones. Oh no! That sucks.
A warning, but she will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Okay, let's see how another chapter gone by me.
The
So what
interior
the
of the
fuck?
cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf.
I'm gonna keep doing the same thing where I don't bring the
on its edge.
don't bring the blade down.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. No blade. I hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yeah. Smart.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Delicious.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Again, he never misses that line.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home.
Smoke bomb, tear
I know
gas,
who
yeah.
you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Oh boy.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Oh god. Ale.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
They're forest nymphs, I think, that have either cowtail or foxtail. They have a hole in their backs. Interesting.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Sorry about that. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. It's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk it out? I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know. Things got messed last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Did you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I don't trust you, not enough to free you, definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving, bye.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering A mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I didn't bring my blade down. Remember, how am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall.
Oh!
From her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
In the sense that you're not happy with me. Jealous, I mean, trusted. Okay, let's see. Leave with the princess. I don't trust. I'll leave with the princess.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Yeah.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Ugh, I'm wary. Oh yeah, she's not good. I'm just trying to do different things.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Yet.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you have
several, yeah. claws. Yeah. She looked even scarier at one point. She looked something out of like Dead Space, like her arm flesh and skin was just drooping and and coming out of like where the elbow is were just like blades.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Fair enough.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Can't get up, you broke my back. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you out of here. We're never gonna get up those stairs, were we? Could have gone out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned.
Sounds
where once she
crazy,
passed
yeah.
by the table upstairs, I'd
This whole
have
game
said,
is crazy.
"Now pick up the blade and stab her in the back." And then you'd say something like, "Wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us." And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh.
Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. No way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Ow.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
Oh. He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh, here we go. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nope.
And is that a mirror?
Yep.
Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Voices feel small distant as you approach. Not just reach forward. They're gone once again. Mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh boy, you're unraveled. All of my flesh is gone. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Gonna go see what this mess looks like now.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
You think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Good night, Jugg and Mob. Headed to bed. Have a good night. Try not to dream about this insane game. I'll do my best, man. Thanks for hanging. I hope you get a good night's sleep tonight, and I hope you have a fantastic Friday. Everything you say feels... do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist. This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
You know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
I guess so. And where else do I need to bring you?
One.
Oh.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Well, shit. This is the last stage before your completion. I'm not going to go back now. This is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring you? One of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? The vessels had one?
No. Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
That would be pretty good.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. Here you go.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Just gonna move right on.
You make...
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm trying to think of what would be something different. What if we bring the knife down and then we're like, hey, like we like drop it?
You take the blade from the...
Try that, I suppose.
The door to the base, her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it fool you.
Hi.
Good. You're still listening
You
to...
ever slayed her and then listened to the narrator? Yeah. Oh wait, no. That's right, because I didn't, I checked for a pulse. I guess I could also do that.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes, which she's so... Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Let's try it.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
Oh
right?
my fuck.
And if that knife is the
Meg.
only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I don't know if that'll get you a different ending, but it's a different path. Gotcha. Thank you, Meg.
So, you should
Hope
just
you're doing well,
drop
friend.
it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too...
Yeah, we'll slay her, and then I think I'll just take the blade out.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. Do you actually believe this would...
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Deciding what snake to buy. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. This game's wild. Wow, it's actually already midnight. We've been playing this for, what, 2.5 hours-ish already?
Yes, even as she lays there dying. But it's over, isn't it? But is it over?
Of course, she's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of... Oh, wow. I can't select those anymore because I've already done it. I like
Yes,
that.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good.
That's interesting.
One of these days that
like
will sink
how
in
they have an
and help
indicator
ease your
too.
guilty conscience.
Oh, yeah.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast
The
emptiness
long
of
quiet.
some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Everyone? All I see is a bunch of scribbles. It's bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get it better. Okay. Let's do that's bullshit. Let me out of here. Because we did this one before.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right? Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
I'm not happy. I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
That's fine.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell. You're right, I didn't like the idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer.
What a relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
There's no going back now. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good. Because the blade. I can hear everything. He's right. Do you hear? Do you not? Don't you? How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for
Made
saving
it
the
for
world?
me?
An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
You said you made this place?
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Lead to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. She won't be a problem.
Alright. So she knows we're coming this time.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess.
I don't care about the mirror. I know the mirror is interesting.
The door to the basement, the room below, is silent. Nobody's here. Natural. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
What? Oh, God.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
A ghost. A ghost.
Ghost?
Fuck.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Why do you ask such a dumb question?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles.
Hit me with no dicks. Thank you for the biddies.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Oh, Phasmophobia has a lot of things they can do.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
She's a ghost. Wait and see how this plays out, or just slay the princess. But she's a ghost. Wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim you threatened me last time. Sorry I killed you last time. I should have done it. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. I'm sorry. Is there any way I can make it up to you? You're the one who dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. What do you want from me? If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Like that.
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
Oh, they have salt. Oh.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Huh.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she
Good
managed
question.
to
I
escape
mean,
this
we have
place.
claws and scales.
If you let her in,
yeah,
there is very little anyone could do to
or like
stop
a like a null or a fuck. What is it? Riz, what is it you thought we were? Was it cobalt or something like that?
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Cobalt. Awesome. Yes, yes.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Ooh.
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
I like that idea.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
This would be just temporary, right? You leave once we're out of the cabin. If let you in, do I still get to be in control? Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world. This just sounds great. Do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs. your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Oh boy.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Oh, here we go.
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass,
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
Wait.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Ow.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
F.
That's rude.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground.
Anna!
The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
What's up? Welcome in, my friend. Hello, call me Frosty. Welcome in. Don't slip. The bananas are raiding.
Where's my sneak frothing? Does anybody know why my sneak is frothing?
If you love our music and you want to support us.
Hey, so can I use
Ryalda,
clip
welcome
from your
in.
stream in a
Blends, welcome in.
Absolutely.
Victoria, welcome in.
Absolutely. Yeah, for like bug reports and stuff,
great.
I don't
That's
mind.
well hold.
It's on YouTube as well.
Hey, that's great. I noticed that
hello,
on your
friend.
stream, I can see my my clothes.
Thank you so much for
all,
the follow. Welcome to the
like,
mob.
brown, but they shouldn't be.
Oh, they've just turned blue.
Sit the fuck up.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They literally only just turned blue for me.
Yeah, they've only literally just turned blue again.
What? When I started to? Oh, it must be because this person
Yeah,
joined.
because
and it, like,
Pirate just
reset it.
joined. Yeah.
That would
Huh,
probably
that's
make
interesting.
sense.
Hey, Pirate.
Well, welcome in, Anna. Hope you're doing well. What were you up to on stream? I hope it was a good one. Why is Rickroll 100k? We've gone over this, Meg. I've updated Rickroll so it's a more fun thing. Why are we doing an ad break when a raid just happened? God damn it. That's so fucking annoying. Well, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the mob. It's your punishment for RR. No, it's not. I told everyone I was doing it. I redid it. It's even more ridiculous now, and it's worth the channel points. Great. I started on Slay the Princess, then played with Daisy on Backrooms Escapegate.
My disappointment
Put in an advert
is
here.
immeasurable.
Oh God, Meg.
And my day is ruined.
But why? Perfect. 100k is too much. You have to think of a nice way to incentivize you all to lower it. I'll have to think on that. Kitty. Yeah, I'll have to think of a way to incentivize getting that lowered. To what? I'm not too sure. Not positive. But I think I would, because I think it was 10,000 before. I guess I would lower it to like 50,000. And it needs to be more than what it was, that's for sure. I can tell you that. And sorry, I'm totally just stalling to get this ad to finish up. We got just over 40 seconds left. And I'm out of water. Well, hopefully, whatever this ending does gives us the final vessel for the feature thing. And it only gave me one ad, and I was back in for some reason. Yeah, that
Make
does
sure
happen.
You stretch out those creamy hamstrings.
Please, looking to stretch. Oh my god. Oh, goodness me. That was a good stretch, thank you. Well, welcome back for the ad break. Sorry about that, everybody. Excuse me. You know, which says that you can automatically have raids pushed off. Ads pushed off if there's a raid that comes in, and every time, without fail, it's like, oh, a raid showed up, ad. Yeah, all gravy. I love gravy. Need a good stretch unless something cracks. Yeah. Oh yeah, my knees cracked. I don't know if you've heard it though. My knees are pretty creaky. Bullshit. You have to do it yourself, I've found. Yeah, I mean, like so before you came in, it did say, like it did like the, hey, you can snooze this. And I was just like, no, I'll just let it play. Fine. And then maybe a minute after, like you rated in. So maybe it's just a weird timing scenario there in their environment. But I don't know. Let's strike. Supposed to snooze the ads on a raid, but it doesn't. Shrug. Yeah, basically. So yeah, now that we're all through the ads, deeply apologize for that, everybody. If you don't know who I am the Juggernaut. You can call me Jugg, Juggs, Juggy, whatever it may be. I am part of the CEOs of Screams, just like Nana is, and I'm also part of Channel 13 Horror over on YouTube. If you haven't checked out that YouTube page, get in there now. And I say that because our dear Lord and Savior, our leader, Breakfast at Noon, is back. He's had a couple of streams, and he's put out a couple of videos. I think there's a couple of more, but they're member only videos, not super publicly available yet. But besides that, there's plenty of content. So if you like jump scare content in and of itself, these are really well put together compilation videos with a bunch of streamers. There'll be, on occasion, there'll be a bigger streamer in there, but most of they're small to mid-sized streamers, which is really cool. Supposed to snooze the ads already. Right that already. No worries, we know it's Twitch. Yeah. Damn it. I'll try to squeeze another driplet of water out of this. Tax to lower. Huh. You don't have to pay a tax. I don't know. Let me think on it. Because if everyone thinks it's too expensive, then obviously I don't want to keep it there. So let me have a think on it. I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, if you haven't been in my stream before, I'm 99% of the time a horror streamer, 1% other random stuff, Clone Hero, Escape from Tarkov, Deep Rock Galactic, stuff like that. I'm just complaining. I know. And tonight is a game that definitely has some content warnings, which if you're all coming from Nana's stream, then you know what to kind of expect, because she was also playing Slay the Princess.
Make sure you stretch out those creamy hamstrings.
Yes, another one. Thank you, Gothy. I will in a second. No, I don't have any more water. Oh. I have no more water in my Yeti. It's just ice cube. Better get some. Jesus. What, are you gonna hit me with a fucking shovel? Well, let me continue for what we're doing here, because don't tempt me. Oh Jesus. We're in a real interesting spot. Or more hydrates. Use heat vision. I wish. Or meat vision. I will get water after we're done with this go. So we just let the princess, or the ghost of the princess, possess us, and now she can hear the other voices in my head here.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Yeah, think straight. There's too much noise. Slay the princess or leave the basement. Oh, we're leaving the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form, and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Whoa. He's got a point.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering.
He's so mad. My favorite thing in this game is pissing off the narrator. It's so good.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Too.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
That's something.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it.
and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Oh!
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
Yep.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever?
Oh, shoot.
Did taking her out of the cabin really end the
We've
world?
ended up here a few times.
We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Pick up a passenger and take her to her destination. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Anna, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I meant to be.
Yep. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
Why now? Approach it. You don't have to say anything.
This doesn't feel right. If it... Ignore him.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into my reflection. You are nothing at all. Oh shit! That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it, a figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. The fuck? Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh shit. Another crack forms, another. Turn the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then another crack forms, another. And the mirror into jagged shards. Oh god. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me? Are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? It was... Well,
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Oh. I was made to do this single task. Who made me? What am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Whoa. I'm a god. I don't want to be a god. I want to be me. A god I always knew I was special. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
You mean nothing can live forever? True. You're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Yay. Start from the bottom. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it.
Yo, Jam, thanks for the lurk, buddy.
Is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
True. You made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? If I destroy the concept of transformation, I was like, since it's any better than death, or even different from death at all, honestly, it feels worse. Think anyone deserves to live? What things you just...
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing.
That raises further questions. If someone gets a life-threatening wound, would it heal? Will they live forever in agony if they get rid of her? I don't know.
Consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end. The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
This one.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Run out of questions? Think you're out of time? I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Lie, rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god.
Correct.
Even one you've woven into existence yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Peace, bitch.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
Yeah, fade faster. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet of nascent God. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Oh my god. What the fuck was that? Wow. You exist.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yep.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment.
So,
I've missed you dearly.
Looking Cat, we've been bringing the different versions of the princess to this entity, and it just keeps warping more and more of them in. I miss you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now?
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
You know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Mm-hmm.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Did you ever see all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions I need answers before I can make a choice. To let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Even matter what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. Huh. It's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Did you ever see all this? Why is it all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
A lot of naked ladies. Correct. Matter what roads I walked.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
No. I just wanted to have a nice conversation with you.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it.
I did not even hear the bare naked ladies, but thanks for that.
I offer you absolution. Can you take my hand in yours? You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Argue your independence. Address his vessel's statement directly. Without redemption, there can be no sin. If I'd known what you were, I never would have freed you, and I would sacrifice everything to free you again.
And yet there is nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms. A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place.
You just fumbled the princess? I think I did. I just wanted to go through the questions. I figured it'd be good for the lore.
But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Independence, reject. Effective. Stop the fight early and surrender. Yeah.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumbled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. Push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. Yes. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
What am I looking at? Is it just grass growing and fast forward? There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been.
A new
And
star,
just
maybe?
like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware just as you have always been, just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Okay. What a fucking trippy fucking game that was. There's definitely a lot more, I'm sure, in terms of like directions and things you can try. But that I like how we got that ending. The ending ended up being really cool. And we killed her, what, twice? Oh. So I thought that was pretty nifty. And this music's actually really good too. Like, I mean, this song's pretty cool, but like the entire soundtrack's been really, really cool. Console porting. Huh. The Czech National Symphony Orchestra? That's sick. Bunch of different fonts. Thanks to all of our alpha testers from Patreon. I can't read all those that quickly. It'd be really cool if I knew someone though. And finally, special thanks. Oh, Gab Smolders, Markiplier, yep. I don't know anyone else there though. Thanks so much for playing. As expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. I'll just be able to find it later. And now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery you can access from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab. And it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Join the Discord, join our mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game. Jesus Christ, Heavy. Same. One of the voice sounded familiar, but I didn't know 100% if it's him. Yeah, there was only 2 voice actors. There was the one that did all the male voices, are all voices inside our character's head, and then the female voice was obviously that of the princess and the shifting mound at the end. Well, shit. Let me, I'm gonna look at, achievements. Holy shit. There's 131 achievements. We've got 22. Woo. Shifting Mound was my nickname in high school. God damn it. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Through conflict, we carve meaning. That sounds like a Hatebreed song. The yearning heart, bring the specter to her. Yep. Belong quiet, all of this is you. Death of the author, run out of questions. Hitchhiker, pick up a passenger, take her to her destination. I don't have anything super rare. Attempt to outweight your destiny. There's a lot of fucking... There's 41 hidden achievements. Jesus, that's wild. There's a lot to this game. I figured there was, but like to quantify it like that, whew. It makes sense given there's so many choices. Yes. Couldn't tell me about fast enough. Sounds like a Trail of Lies song. Fuck yeah. Alright, so that was I do like that ending that we got. I feel like it's a good ending. Because it is really weird where you just kind of all of a sudden you're just poof, hey, you need to go kill this princess or the world's gonna end. Why? Huh? What? And yeah, I like the ending, and I think I can leave it at that. I mean, maybe I'll finagle with it in my own time. Try to, like, if I feel like achievement hunting, but even though that's a lot of achievement hunting. Yeah, that was Slay the Princess. Thank you all for hanging, checking that out with me. Unpin the message, because that's all donezo. Oops. Wrong button on my Steam Deck. You're welcome. Glad I could contribute. Yeah. Game is really neat. Yeah, and Riz, I agree. It was definitely less shocking than Doki Doki. Although, like, I went on their website and looked up, like, they gave a list of generic content warnings, and there was some really grotesque, like, gory stuff that could potentially happen. So I guess I just didn't find that path, which is great. Because there's, I guess, like, there's, like, degloving at one point. It's like, oh. Should I play Doki Doki? If you don't mind, like, it's a visual novel just like what we're just playing. But yeah, it's really dark. It's effectively a dating sim that turns into a psychological horror pretty quickly. I won't say pretty quickly, but it starts growing in that direction and then just boom. And it's jarring. It's not jump scare horror, it's psychological horror, and it's a slow burn to get to the heart. Yeah. I mean, if that's something that interests you, yeah, check it out. If you aren't cool with, like, seeing really dark things in video games, probably not for you then. Okay. Let's see. It is just about 1 o'clock, so this actually this playthrough we did was actually pretty well timed out. Ah, damn, I was thinking about raiding out to Cornhusk, but he must have, yeah, he must have just recently raided out. Damn. Too bad. Find one for self-harm and suicide for Doki Doki. Yeah, I am the darkness. You wouldn't last a second in my twisted reality. What are you gonna tell me next? That fucking death blooms? Just the ending of it? Christ, Heavy. Heavy can fucking taste shapes right now. Let's see. We got Frog Boys on playing Stalker 2. That just came out yesterday. Days and Days playing Overwatch 2. Doom's playing Star Wars Outlaws. And Jam is playing games and demos. Big guy who couldn't get through an hour of Resident Evil. Oh, shit. Not even that high. I was loosely referencing the Hamburger Helper glove meme. Oh, fair enough then. But, Riz just got you pretty good there, my dude. Alright. What do you all think? I'll give you the choice between the two. Do you go say hi to Noxler, who's playing Stalker 2, or go drop in with Jam and get to watch him dance? Because I love his fucking dance. It's my time. I'm going to go ahead and claim some free games in the while you guys are thinking about it. Shit, I have so many fucking GOG and Epic Games stuff. I guess the Epic Game's easy. That'll just hit that game and it attaches it. Yep. Cool. Jam's fucking dance, please. Alright. You heard the man. We're gonna hang with Jam. Yeah, looks like he just just started
beating the shit out of his ball bag.
I mean, please don't beat the shit out of his ball bag. That's not nice. Yeah, he just started about 14 minutes ago, so just kind of introing. He's at like the brightness settings of whatever game he chose here. It's the Incantation demo, actually, it looks like. I'm gonna show him a true Jam. Oh boy. Alright. Here come all those big messages and links and stuff I always throw at the end. If you're a subscriber, you can use that top line there, or it's the same thing that's at the bottom. That is for subscribers. That is our raid message. Otherwise, you can use something like the one that says raid with the red pickaxe, or any other generic emotes you got. And at some point, I think I may change these up, to be honest. If you want to do me a big favor, if you haven't already, consider following me, or whatever the free terminology is for these sites. On YouTube, I post up a VOD Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are currently like a week behind, which I kind of enjoy, and I want to keep it that way. So please go ahead and subscribe over there. Of course, if you want to watch a VOD, before it's posted on YouTube, they are available here on Twitch, but you have to subscribe to be able to see them. So if you're a subscriber and you really want to see a VOD early, you don't want to wait a week, go for it. Otherwise, YouTube's where to be. I also post up a short on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if you prefer your short form content over on TikTok, then by all means, check me out on TikTok as well. And as for the more message-based social medias, I'm still on Twitter. It's a burning pile of cow shit, and I've been spending a little less time over there recently. Really not even on purpose. I just haven't had the time. But I like to go in there and troll around, so if you want some good laughs, follow me over there. And then a more wholesome approach to that same style of social media, I'm also over on Blue Sky, so add me over there. I nuked all of my tweets. Yeah. Once I decide that I'm done with it, I'll end up nuking everything and then just privatizing my account and just logging out, never log back in. It'll eventually happen. Oh, last but not least is Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, jump in there, go right to the polls section. We got a bunch of important polls. The Jackbox party games, although I wanted to do next Saturday because it looked like that was really good, I forgot it's a wrestling pay-per-view night. So we're probably not going to be able to do it on that Saturday. Maybe the Saturday after. We'll see. I don't blame you. I'm removing my stuff from there. Yeah. Okay. So that pretty much does it for tonight. Again, thank you all for hanging. I really appreciate it. I was a little worried that, you know, and this isn't to demonize anyone, but I figured not other people would want to watch me play this game. I think coming into it, I thought it was going to be really fucking dark, and it was way better than I anticipated. So thank you all for being here, and I'm really glad that game kicked ass and I got to enjoy it. We'll be back on Sunday with more Silent Hill 2, which I've also really been enjoying. And yeah, we're going to send you on over to Jam Gamer. He is a good friend of mine, part of the Channel 13 horror crew. He is the master of horror. And if you have not dropped him a follow and you dig his content when we get over there, please drop him a follow. It'd be so fucking cool. Other than that, I really got nothing else. Thank you all. Thanks everyone that came over on raids today. Thank you if you subbed, you gave bits, you were chatting, you were lurking, whatever it happens to be. Thank you for being a part of this. And yeah, I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.